Good morning, everybody. What's up? So, interesting topic. I was kind of thinking about it yesterday. And I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I mean, I probably did. I just it escaped my mind, and so I never made this video topic. So, anyways, we know that the Sprint T-Mobile merger is pretty much, I would say, it seems like it's dead. It seems like it's dead because we haven't heard anything else. We haven't heard nothing else about, if they're still going through with it, if the government is supporting it. It just almost feels like that this project is dead. However, it hasn't been fully announced that it's not dead. So, there was one thing that came across that I wanted to talk about in this video, which is what would happen if the merger was allowed. What would happen to Project Fi? Because that's an interesting thing there. Project Fi uses both Sprint and T-Mobile. That's what it initially boasted about, was the ability to smart switch between both networks, because Project Fi wanted people to always remain connected, even being able to seek out places for Wi-Fi and connect to that at times that you need to. But that was one of its main selling points, was the smart switch idea, being able to switch between Sprint and T-Mobile. Whichever one had the better connection, your phone would switch. And you have the ability to actually force switch. Just by punching in a couple of dialer codes, can force switch you to T-Mobile's network and can force switch you back to Sprint's, or switch it back to automatic. So, and then later on down the road, Project Fi struck a deal with US Cellular, and it became a three-way dance. And it's been that way since. But what would happen? Because we already know that if the merger deal goes through, obviously T-Mobile's going to be fully GSM. So what would that be for Project Fi? What would happen at that point? Because there would be nothing to smart switch to. I know T-Mobile will own Sprint's infrastructure, obviously CDMA network. But then it would be like smart switching between CDMA and GSM. It would no longer be smart switching between Sprint and T-Mobile. It would just be like flipping from CDMA to GSM. Would Google even attempt to buy Sprint's infrastructure for CDMA and own that little piece and just basically say you can switch between Project Fi, T-Mobile, and US Cellular? I mean, because that's the thing. Project Fi doesn't have its own infrastructure built out for it to basically have its own network. It is just basically an MVNO. It piggybacks off Sprint, T-Mobile, US Cellular. So they provide the network for Project Fi customers to be on, and Project Fi just has the devices that can smart switch in between those networks. That's an interesting fact. So I always thought to myself, like, what's going to happen? Would Google buy out the CDMA network and fully own that? And then, yeah. Because that's a possibility. Just, for someone to say that's not possible, it's possible. It'll cost a lot of money, though. These networks that are built out by these cell phone companies are not cheap. They're not cheap by all whatsoever. That's why a lot of startup companies, they just piggyback off of someone's network. It's kind of like how credit card companies work. Like, so there's different credit card companies, and they use either Visa or MasterCard. That's because Visa has its infrastructure built out. So rather than, say, a company like Citibank wouldn't build out its own network to provide, so they would then use Visa's system in order for their customers to make purchases with their credit card. And then for international, they would use Diners Club. Diners Club is a system built out internationally that Citibank can basically pay a fee to use their system to process purchases from their customers. So, in the same way, same context, right? You have Sprint's network that's already built out, you have Verizon's network built out, you have T-Mobile's and AT&T. and it costs a lot of money to build these, to build a network across the U.S. So, without having the money to do that, and the risk of slow progression, which means that you'd have to start off small in one area and slowly build and build and build, and it takes years to do that. They would just piggyback off networks. So, but Google does have the money. They could. I mean, not Google, but Alphabet has the money to actually buy Sprint's entire infrastructure. Would they do it though? If the merger goes through. Because right now, the merger looks bleak. It looks very bleak. I haven't heard anything else positive about the T-Mobile and Sprint merger or the race for 5G. Like, that was like a hot topic for when it was announced that they both came to an agreement, and now they have to go to government to get the approval. And then from that point, the news about it's just been a decline. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for what I got for now. Let me know what you guys think. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you guys think is going to happen? If the merger goes through, what's the fate of Project Fi? I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about it. You guys are pretty creative with what could happen. So, you guys know where to do that. And I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. You guys should too, because I'm feeling much, much, much better. I was sick for like the past couple of days. But other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Aloha.